Hello and welcome. This is Felix speaking from easybits, and if you're a recruiter and you are struggling with different CV formats and layouts, I will share a workflow with you today that comes in handy. It's built based on a Slack interface, so you can integrate it right into your workspace, and it allows you to drag and drop CVs into a Slack channel that is dedicated for this function, and from there the workflow actually creates you a structured summary of all the data points needed from the CV, and via a simple button click you can later on even push that data into a Google spreadsheet or even into your applicant tracking system. So in this video, I will be sharing with you how I structured the workflow first, and then we will perform one test run, so stick with me and let's head right into it. So I started this workflow build with a Slack trigger that is listening to a dedicated channel in our workspace. If there's a new message coming in, it triggers the workflow. In the first step, I built a guard that actually checks if the message comes from the workflow itself. If that's not the case, it also checks if there's a file coming with the message, and if that's true, it then goes into the second guard step, which actually checks which kind of file type it is. If the file type is supported, it just goes its way. If not, it will also send us a feedback back in Slack and tell us, hey, this file type is actually unsupported. If that's not the case, then it just goes ahead, the file gets downloaded from Slack, it gets pushed into the easybits extractor to extract the data from it. We build a summary and an action card in the next step, and both then get sent as a thread under the CV file into our Slack channel. So after explaining how the setup of the workflow works, let's jump right into it and let's give it a try. So as you can see, I brought some example CVs, and let's just take the first one here from Alexandra Schmidt. Of course, this is a ChatGPT generated CV, so no worries, there is no data leak happening. Let's take this example CV and we just simply drag and drop it into the connected channel that I created for our workflow, and then I just hit enter. So I send it into the channel, and now the workflow gets triggered. It now actually looks at the CV, it checks if the file type is supported, and as we can see, it already extracted the data from it. And in the thread message, you can now see that we have the name of the candidate, we have the location, we have the overall experience, we have the core skills that the candidate brings, and we also have the recent roles and the education. If there's salary expectation on the file that we share, it will also extract it here. And then we also see the LinkedIn link, which comes in handy if I want to check the profile a little bit more. And then you can also see the buttons that I've been talking about before. So these buttons actually allow me to dismiss the candidate, or to, with one click, decide that I want to push the data into my spreadsheet that I have in the background. It could also be connected via API to your applicant tracking system, as said before, and then you would end up having the structured data right in the system that you want to process the whole application through. I will now click Save to Sheet. So as we can see, it just takes a second to actually do it. And now we can see it tells us, hey, this candidate was saved. It even tells us in the channel who saved it. And now let's head over to our candidate master sheet, and we can see that all the data went right into here. We have all the data inside our spreadsheet, and we could now go from here. We can drag and drop all the CVs that we have inside our Slack channel, and we can actually get them into a structured manner, a structured format, to be able to take decisions from there. So if this is a workflow that you are interested in, make sure to check the description of this video, because I will be sharing my GitHub link there, and there you will also be able to find the workflow JSON. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, to leave a comment, leave a like, and also leave a subscription so you don't miss out on any videos in the future. And then I will see you in the next workflow video. I wish you a great rest of your day and see you next time. Bye.